In this video, I want to show you how to use the pen tool like I promised. But before I go into that, I remembered I didn't explain to us how to use the Polyline tool, which is another tool under the freehand tool. So I'm going to explain that first, then I'll quickly go into the pen tool. So here we come back here, and here's the Polyline tool. The Polyline tool allows you to draw different lines just in one continuous action. And how do I mean? Polyline, while you are clicking at your starting point and going to the end point, Polyline creates a line. Then as you move on, it allows you to create another line from that end. It makes that end, the first end, to be the beginning of another line. And that new line can be at any angle or can be of any length. So let me use the polyline, which I've selected already. So I'm clicking here, and I'll click at this point to be the end of this line. And this ending node now can form a starting node for another line, and which can be at any angle or towards any direction. So I can now drag now and click here. And if I want another line too, I can still come here and still say, okay, I want to draw another line. So these are just separate lines, and they are formed at once, just one action, just one continuous action, an action that does not stop. So that's what the polyline does for you. The polyline tool does for you. So you can always click and go and move around, change your direction, still come here. It's just a flexible tool for drawing lines at any direction or at any angle. So when you are done, you can just double click and it makes a line for you. And don't forget, if you want to enclose your line, you can always continue and come to the starting point, and you will have an enclosed part. So that's how to use the polyline tool. So I'm going to delete my screen by double clicking the pick tool and hit delete on my keyboard. Then I'll go to the pen tool. The pen tool is a great tool. It's a great tool for those that draw very well. You want to draw curves, those that do all sorts of curves. The pen tool just allows you to do different curves at ease and let you travel or navigate your hand or your drawings at any direction. It's a very flexible tool, but intimidating. It actually took me a while to understand and to know how to use it very well. So I'm going to explain that in this short video. So I've selected my pen tool, and what you need to do first is to select the starting point. If you want to make a straight line, just travel straight, just move straight, and when you have a straight path, or you hold your shift key down to make a straight line, and once you get to this end point or ending node, just double click and you have made a straight line. You've just created that. So I want to make a curve, something like a kind of wave. So I will start here. I'll come here. I'll still come here. You can see my control handle. The pen tool comes with control handle. And how am I doing that? Once I'm done, I can double click at my point, and that line will be done for me. So let me just explain that. Let me explain. The pen tool has control handle with it. So at any point, if you want to make a curve, you can click down, then drag the control handle. You can see the control handle. The control handle is what controls the curve, like we learned earlier in the last video. Then this is the way the next line will travel. We are trying to create a curve down. So what you just need to do is, you can still control your handle. If you want it to change, just control it in and move here to the next node. If you want to form another curve, or you want to have another handle, you can always do that. Then once you are satisfied with the preview you have seen, this is the line now. This is the preview of the line, and this is where the control handle is pointing at. So if I click here to just create a curve towards this part, then if I want another curve at this part now, all I need to do is to click down, create a curve again. Then on the part that the upper arrow of the control handle is facing, if I want to create another part, I can still come there And if I want another curve towards here, all I just need to do is to click down also and drag the control handle to any direction I want it to go. Then I come here also. If I just want it this way, I can click here. Then if I want a curve, if I don't want this curve at this point, all I just need, for instance, if I want a straight line, I'll just hold down my shift key and I'll drag here again. If I want a curve again, I will just click down and drag. Then I'll come down here and I'll double click. So that is how to use the pen tool. The pen tool is very simple. You can always come back to your shape tool and control the curve anytime, because the node will be accessible and their control handle will be accessible with the pen tool. So there are some options under the pen tool that are new to us. This first one, preview mode. The preview mode at default is selected, and the second option is automatically add or delete nodes. They are all activated at default. So what this does is that, while this first option, what it does is that when you are clicking, the pen tool will allow you to see a preview. You can see a preview even before I click on the closing on the next node. You can see that blue line. This blue line is telling me what the line will look like. So if I click here, it will just look exactly the way it's previewed to me. So when I double click, that's just what I get. But let me just show you. I want to deactivate this. So see, I'm pressing the starting node now, and I go here. I'm not seeing any preview. So it will only show me when I go to the next node. It will only show me the line when I go to the next node. So that's what this is working for. So it is always good to turn it on so that you see what you are drawing. Can you see when I turn it on now, I can see the next node. So I will double click to close it. So this other one now, the add or delete node command is just for us to be able to add node. If for instance, if I want to add a node to this straight line, all I just need is to click on it and a node will be added. So I've added a node there, and here also I can add a node. You can see this is the node now. If I double click again, you can see that little pen is showing minus. So I want to remove that node. So when I come here and I double click here, is the node now, the pen tool now is showing plus. Why? It's telling me I want to add, if I want to add a node, it's telling me the next command is to add a node on this point, because no node is existing there before. So when I double click here, I can add node. So that's that. So I can now maneuver this shape at this point. But if you don't select this one, that option will not be shown to you. For instance, I've deselected it and I come here, you don't see anything. You can't add node. You can just add node. It's just telling you the line, the information about the line, that this is an edge. So that is how to do that. That's how to add and remove node. Then there is another thing I would like to show you under the line, under the pen tool. For instance, let me just draw a little shape here. Let me delete this ones. So I want to come here and I want to draw a little shape that will be called C. This node, the next node will fall to this undo part. It will follow this undo part. If I want to change my direction from this undo part now. I don't want to follow this direction. What I want to draw is something like a circle. And if I travel this path, I can achieve that. Or I want to return, what I want to achieve, I want to come back here and continue from this node. I want to continue my my shape from this node so that I can create a path that is different from this direction this control handle is showing me. All you just need to do is to press the alternate key, the hotkey on your keyboard for Windows, press it down, come here, come to the node. You will see little line, little arrow showing next to your pen tool. It's telling you you want to change the direction of that control handle. So I'll click here. Then you can start creating another path. You can go on another angle. You can travel on another angle instead of this path that the control handle was forcing you to earlier. So once you click there, I can now establish another path like a circle. And if I still want to try, if I still want to have my own direction and not this existing uh, direction. All I still need to do is to come to the Alt key again and press down and still do something just like I want it. So that's how to use the pen tool to do your work, to do custom shapes and perform everything you want to do. The same thing applies even in Photoshop, because I use Photoshop very well, and this pen tool is very intimidating thing where people run away from it, and I think it is necessary to do a justice to it with this video. And I hope you have learned so much lesson. You can achieve a lot with this video. So whenever you are done with this one, just double click on the path and it will stop the drawing. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you for being there always. I still want your comments, ask your questions, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye for now.